look at this. We were saying you could use this. Well, you're going to see Vonabelle in a second. You're using it pretty much like a little handbag because you're going to have the most incredible air wherever you are. You can plug it in and then it's going to charge. You just choose your color. We have white, we have gray, and we have it available in black. It's another one of our birthday specials that is normally $139. We're offering it $99 today. We have sold over 4,000, which I'm not surprised in the least. If you're interested in the white, I have 400 remaining. In the gray, 650, and in the black, about 1,000. Okay, so that one we bring the most in, but that 5 flex pays, again, going away. Free shipping and handling. Vonabelle Sherman is here. Now, this is the coolest entry for anyone, because you know what?
Getting there before me. And Lynn.
You can, yes.
Where's the cord?
Where's the cord? Where's the blades?
I cut
right?
you off
You
there.
can put it over your shoulder. Good to see you, Vonabelle.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is what makes this so amazing,
Yeah,
right? Because it's cordless.
And I'm so glad you guys are appreciating it. I love to see how many of you got this home so you can enjoy it. And here's what makes it different. I just walked in with this with no cord because this is a lithium-ion battery here at the bottom. You charge it. You go to 100% in just 2 hours. So charge it 2 hours to 100%, 2 hours. So fast charge, and then this is ready to take anywhere. Look at how hot it is, okay? Tampa, close to my old hometown there, 89 degrees, but no, Phoenix, 102. Let's go to the real hot. But
wow.
I heard right here in Pennsylvania, they had a real heat spell just before I got here.
Yeah.
But you're looking at a fan that can be taken anywhere because it is rated to go outside, okay? So you can, don't put it in the rain, but anything else, you can take this with you to the park, to the shelters, outside. So indoor, outdoor, bladeless technology at a price of about $100. Do you remember when they were $300, $400, $500?
Mm-hmm.
Accent light, you don't see that anywhere on a fan. 4 speeds, including turbo, and slip-resistant base, which is only about the size of like a dessert plate or a salad plate, not even a full dinner plate. Look at how pretty this is. I always say LivePure gives you pretty and power.
Yeah, and it's like artwork.
Yeah,
I mean, you
really
would never
is.
know. That's why we're laughing so hard. I mean, you can imagine walking down to the kids, you know, softball game or soccer game or whatever it might be that they're playing right now.
You got your fan purse.
Yeah, fan purse. You're the #1 fan, and you're going to be the most popular fan for sure because this even oscillates, right?
And it's only 6 pounds.
And it's only 6 pounds.
Which is less than my purse.
How great. And if you have little ones or dogs and all that, we also love that and easy to clean, right, Vonabelle?
Yeah, exactly. So what I like to show is that, so say the little dog or the little cat comes up and with any other fan, you go, no, get away from there. Kids' little fingers, no, hurry, get away, get them away.
Sure.
No. Because the blades are hidden, okay? This is bladeless technology, so you don't have to worry. And of course, if you want to clean it, this is how you would do it as well. So take a look at what's happening when we put this cool air into the room, okay? What we did was we combined the LED lighting with some fog, and it is the fan pushing that out. Now you notice how it's narrow at first and then explodes into the whole room? That's what you're going to experience at home. And we're seeing the light, we're seeing all of the light color choices. So as you're going through that, go, oh, I really like that one, you get to have that choice. It doesn't rotate through the colors, you pick what you'd like. Now with this image, what we're showing you is the circulation. You're noticing, first of all, bladeless technology, the balloons are going through and they're not popping. But then you're seeing it gets forced through and then the airflow takes it back through. So you're really getting to see the power of the fan. So now,
that's the thing I was amazed at. Remember yesterday, I was like, it was the first time I presented it, and it was having like a little bit of a hot flash. So I said, I was going on to my next presentation. I said, you know what the beauty is? I'm taking this fan right with me.
And you know what? And she did. She put
it
behind the table yesterday. She had that air blowing to keep her cool, and nobody got to see it. But I said, oh, she's got the fan.
I did.
But here's the cool thing. So LivePure made the lighting part operate separate from the fan. So let's say it's no longer cooling season, and you still want to use the LED lights for nighttime lighting, atmosphere lighting, maybe out on the porch, the kids' night light, your light so you can get to the bathroom. You can still use this and you never have to hide it. Think about when you buy any other fan. They're big, they're bulky, they're ugly, but then you go, as soon as you buy it, you're like, do I have a closet space? Do I have attic space? Where am I going to put this? You never have to think of that when you have a LivePure fan. You will leave this out all 12 months, and people will go in, oh, that's so cool. Is that a speaker?
Yeah.
It's so cool looking. And then you get to choose your color of your lights. Now, if you're having any parties that are in a shelter, how's that? So, and that's what we do in Florida. We did that all the time. You have that. So then you have the flies going around, but you also need a cool breeze for everybody. This is perfect to place on the tables. If you're outside and you happen to have a pool, putting these outside not only makes atmosphere, but delivers that cool breeze. And that is the job of a fan. The job of the fan is to create a strong breeze that meets your skin and cools you down. If you own an RV, this is great. Because of its small footprint, you don't have to worry that it's taking up too much space or too much space on your nightstand. If your kids are going camping this summer, whether you're in a tent or a cabin, it doesn't matter. That air gets so stale, you need to move that air all the way around so you feel better, and that's what this does.
It feels like a portable air conditioner. I said that yesterday. I don't know if it's the way that the air comes out. It's like out here, you can feel it's wonderful. But real quickly, Bonneville, we have sold over 4,000 right now at this incredible value that we're offering. If you're interested, we're saving $40. You're not going to find this special anywhere else. And I can't stress enough that, again, I think it's reduced shipping, or is it free shipping? I forget on this one. Free shipping and handling, and it's $20 whenever your next billing statement is. We're shipping it right out to you. Please take a minute, read the reviews. It's always one of our most popular, and you're right. When these originally came out under another name, they were hundreds and hundreds of dollars, like $300, right? And it's amazing to see what, again, we can do with LivePure. And thank you with that partnership here at HSN. If you want the white, I have 350 remaining. They could sell out in this presentation.
Oh, wow.
And if you want the gray, I have 650. And then the black, about 1,000. Okay, so what are you looking at? What are we doing right here?
I'd like to show you, even though the ribbons are blowing, look at the speed of the fan, how fast it's going, which shows you the power of the fan. So lots of fans give low, medium, and high, but LivePure always goes the extra mile. Low, medium, high, and turbo. So turbo is the one that you want to see when you brought in the 12th bag of groceries and you're like, give me a fan, and you want to be able to stand in front of that and get that kind of breeze. Now, we talked about a lot of fun things. How about putting it in the garage while you're doing your weekend warrior projects, but the extension cord is back there and you need a 20-foot extension cord? No, no, no. This is rechargeable. You charge it from 0 to 100 in just 2 hours, and then you could use it up to 19 hours. Now, let me tell you something fun. True story, I had a party in the backyard for my grandson, Josiah, and a baby came, an infant. I didn't even know the infant was coming. And then, okay, at 11 o'clock it was okay. By 12:01 it's getting hot. It's like, oh, I felt so terrible. I run in the house, I get a LivePure fan, I stick it in front of the baby. Immediately the baby feels better. But the mom comes up to me and says, with all sincerity, you are my hero.
Oh, I'm sure.
And so she said, where did you get that? I said, oh, HSN. So she's like, I'm getting one. So we're sitting there admiring the baby because she's a beautiful baby, Haley. And then all of a sudden we feel people filling in around us. And they're all like, what is that? I said, it's a rechargeable fan. And I said, it's rechargeable, no cord, because they were wondering how I had it out there with no cord. So if you have those experiences, maybe it is an infant, a toddler, or maybe you have a senior that needs that breeze. We talked about fun stuff. Let me talk about something serious. Brownouts, blackouts, hurricanes, tornadoes. When we lose power, do you have a rechargeable fan that you can use because of those babies, because of those seniors, because you need that breeze until they restore the power? This is such a great option.
You're so right. And Bonneville, once fully charged, what is the average without being able to run it without it being corded?
So up to 19 hours, and that's on low.
That's good.
And then it
That's
decreases.
really good.
Yeah, when it decreases, and it makes sense. If you are using the light and the rotate feature and all of that, of course you get less time. So 2 hours on turbo, 4 hours on high, 12 hours on medium, 19 hours on low. So, you know, start off on low to see if, you know, your power company will give you the power back, but then you have the relief of knowing. So let's take a look at these LED lights so you can see them glow and how beautiful they are. And they're included in this fan.
So cool, I love it.
And it operates separate from the fan. So you could always just use the LED lights, or you could always use the fan, or use both. So here you're seeing the blue one. You can see purple, green. There's also a red. There's a bunch of choices. I'll roll through this one. That's off. There's like that bluish purple. That's purple. Green, red, back to the blue, and then off. So you can see lots of different choices, and you just land on the one that makes you happy. If you buy the white fan, I suggest you put the red or green light and call Christmas decorating done. Because some people do really minimal, like I can't do decorating. So.
And 350 remain in the white. Again, that one's going very, very quickly. Sorry about that. Yeah, but you are in control of that.
Yeah.
All right, so here's what's happening. $40 savings, free shipping, 5 flex payments, probably goes away at midnight tonight. Let me double check on that. It does. It does. So if you've had your heart set on this, we have a 90-second clock up on the screen. You're thinking, okay, and you have different powers in here, right? So you have the low power, but you had the high power on the other day.
Low, medium, high turbo. Yes, I had that one on higher.
It felt so, I mean, all of them feel absolutely wonderful.
Yeah.
But again, look at this.
Well, you're enjoying that. I think it's only on medium. But you can take this anywhere. So here's my suggestion. Charge it. Start your day by putting it on your arm and going out to your car.
Yeah.
Maybe you're drop the elementary kids at school, then you're taking the toddlers to the park. Bring this with you. If the kids have baseball games and you're sitting on those bleachers and you're getting this cool breeze and the other parents are like, can you share that? You go, yeah, as a matter of fact, I can. It goes to rotate. I want to show you the cord because this does charge and you can use this while you're home. And it works while you're charging it. A lot of appliances don't, Lynn.
Yeah.
If you're charging it, you can't use it. You can. So
that's a great point.
Yeah. So plug this in at home. You can fully use this at home, but it's also great on the go, okay? So here's a plug, regular standard plug. Here is what goes into the back of the LivePure unit. There we go, okay? And then you're going to charge it. It's only 2 hours, which is a super short time.
All right, well, wow, what an amazing special, Vonabelle. Thank you so much.
And a remote, so if you're sitting in your lazy boy chair, you get to manage it from wherever you want.
I know it.
So I always say, I take this on adventures. I want you to take it on all your adventures as well because it just carries off with you with its cordless. So I'm going on an adventure. Where are you going? I'll see you later.
And you're always going to be cool. That's the greatest thing about it. Thank you, Vonabelle. 828-221 is the item number. Alrighty, well, we are going to talk about Memorex. And I honestly thought I was reading my information wrong today, okay? Because when I saw this special that we have offered at $199, check you out.
I'm working.
Who's that over there?